Welcome back to the Stress-Free Zone. Tonight, I want to talk to you about something that quietly shapes every part of your life. Your thoughts. Take a deep breath for a moment. Think about this. Every single day, thousands of thoughts pass through your mind. Some inspire you, some discourage you. Some remind you of your strength. Others remind you of your fears. And little by little, these thoughts become beliefs. Those beliefs become actions. Those actions become habits. And eventually, those habits become your life. That is why success doesn't begin with money. It doesn't begin with opportunity. It doesn't begin with talent or luck. Success begins in the mind. Long before anyone sees your achievements, there is an invisible world being created inside you. A world made of thoughts, beliefs, and expectations. And the truth is simple. You cannot build a positive life while constantly feeding your mind with negativity. Now, positive thinking does not mean pretending problems don't exist. It doesn't mean ignoring pain or acting as though life is always easy. Positive thinking means choosing to believe that challenges can be overcome. It means believing that setbacks can teach you something valuable. It means trusting that tomorrow can be better than today. Because what you believe influences what you do, and what you do shapes who you become. Imagine two people standing before the exact same obstacle. One says, "This is impossible." The other says, "This is difficult, but I can figure it out." The obstacle is the same. The circumstances are the same. But the outcome will likely be very different. Why? Because their thinking is different. One mind sees a wall. The other sees a challenge. One mind stops. The other keeps moving. And often, success belongs to the person who keeps moving. Your mind is like a garden. Every thought you repeat is a seed. Some seeds grow confidence. Others grow fear. Some grow possibility. Others grow limitation. And whatever you plant consistently will eventually grow. If you repeatedly tell yourself, "I'm not good enough. I'll probably fail. I'm too late. I'm not capable," those thoughts begin shaping your actions. You hesitate. You avoid opportunities. You stay where it's safe, not because you lack potential, but because your thinking has convinced you to stay small. Now imagine planting different seeds. I can learn. I can improve. I can become stronger. I can find a way. Suddenly, your actions begin to change. You try again. You take chances. You become more willing to grow. And over time, your life begins changing too. Because positive thinking creates possibility. And possibility creates action. The greatest battle in life is not outside of you. It is inside of you. A battle between faith and fear, between confidence and doubt, between possibility and limitation. And whichever side wins that battle begins shaping your future. Many people miss incredible opportunities simply because fear convinces them not to try. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of looking foolish. But fear always begins with a thought. A thought repeated long enough becomes a belief. And beliefs shape behavior. This is why you must become aware of your inner conversations. The way you speak to yourself matters. The stories you tell yourself matter. Because your mind is always listening. And eventually, it believes whatever you tell it repeatedly. Think about successful people. They don't avoid problems. They don't live without challenges. They simply think differently about those challenges. Where others see obstacles, they see lessons. Where others see failure, they see feedback. Where others see limits, they see possibilities. That difference changes everything. Because thoughts become beliefs. Beliefs become actions. Actions become habits. And habits become results. Success begins in the mind long before it appears in reality. But thinking alone is not enough. Action gives thought its power. A dream without action remains a dream. A goal without effort remains a wish. Positive thinking is powerful because it creates the willingness to act. It gives you the courage to try, the courage to continue, the courage to begin again. Because action is the bridge between your dreams and your reality. And here's something important. You do not need to feel motivated every day. Feelings change. Some mornings you'll feel inspired. Other mornings you'll feel tired. But successful people don't depend entirely on feelings. They depend on habits. They depend on discipline. They keep moving even when they don't feel like it, because they understand something powerful. Small actions repeated consistently create extraordinary results. Reading 10 pages a day, practicing one skill, making one important phone call, taking one small step. Tiny actions may seem insignificant, but over time, they change everything. Success is not built in one day. It is built daily. What you do every day matters more than what you do once in a while. And there is another truth we often forget. Your mind is constantly being influenced by what you watch, what you listen to, who you spend time with, the conversations you have, the information you consume. All of it is shaping your thoughts, and your thoughts are shaping your future. You cannot plant weeds in your mind and expect flowers in your life. If you constantly feed your mind with negativity, fear, and hopelessness, eventually, you begin seeing the world through those lenses. But if you feed your mind with growth, possibility, and hope, you begin noticing opportunities. You begin expecting better outcomes, and your actions start reflecting those expectations. Your environment matters. Your mental diet matters. Protect your mind. Guard it carefully, because your mind is not a dumping ground. It is a creation space. And what enters your mind today often becomes your reality tomorrow. So ask yourself, what am I feeding my mind each day? Is it helping me grow or keeping me small? Because every thought matters. Every habit matters. Every small decision matters. Success is not an accident. It is a pattern of thinking, a pattern of discipline, a pattern of consistent action. And the beautiful thing is this: you can begin changing that pattern today. You can choose better thoughts. You can choose better habits. You can choose a different story. One thought at a time. One action at a time. One day at a time. Remember this. Your future is not created in a single moment. It is created by the things you repeat, the thoughts you repeat, the actions you repeat, the beliefs you repeat. So think better, believe bigger. Protect your mind. Take action. Stay consistent. Because the life you dream about is not as far away as it seems. It is being built right now. Thought by thought, choice by choice, day by day. Thank you for spending these moments with me. Take a deep breath. Trust your growth. Trust the process. And remember, success begins in the mind. Good night, and I'll see you in the next episode of the Stress-Free Zone.